I didn't improve my English or my communication skills by watching movies because in the province we don't have we don't have TV, we don't have movie. Okay, we don't have a TV. So how can I? I didn't learn or improve my English language by listening to music because we didn't even have a cell phone. We have a radio, but sometimes wala siyang battery, so hindi rin ako nakakakinig. And usually pinapakinggan yung mga drama-drama. Okay? And it is in our dialect, the Bisaya language. It is maybe meron din sigurong mga kapara sa akin yung mga lumaki sa probinsya and don't have an electricity, don't have an access about this watching TV, English movies, or listening to musics and reading books because we don't have those materials. But we still, because learning is everywhere. Disclaimer, I am not yet fluent. I'm still learning, but I just want to share again because this channel is for beginners.
Yung pribilegyo na nararamdaman ko na nung natanggap ko yung imbitasyon na ako ay magiging isang tagapagsalita ng seminar na ito. Kasi, kaya ganyan na lamang ang aking pag-ibig sa inyo bilang mga future na magiging guro at hindi lamang magiging guro, kundi magiging isang magandang eheplong guro, lalo-lalo na sa mga bagong henerasyon. Kasi ako'y bata pa, pinangarap ko din na maging guro, pero hindi yun yung una ko talagang, una kong pinangarap na ko. So, nung una, ginusto ko muna maging pulis kasi parang nakakatakot kapag nakita mo na may naka-uniform ng pulis. Uy, may pulis! Takot pa na kaagad kasi may pulis. Pero, nung lumaki na ako, na-realize ko na parang pag nag-pulis ako, parang mapapadali yung buhay ko. Gusto ko pang magkalaki eh. Diba? Kaya, next naman, nurse. Ay, nurse. Nakaputi, parang banal na banal. Gusto ko to kasi parang makasalala na kapag nagsot ako nito, mukhang ang banal ko. Siguro ang bayad ko pag naka-uniform ako ng white. Tapos, nung hindi inaasang pangyayari, yung lolo ko ay biglang namatay. Tapos sinutusan ako, nabatay yung lolo ko. Nung hinawakan ko malamig, tumakbo ako. Diba? Is ulit yung nurse. Tapos, eto na yung pinakalas, is kung ano yung pinapangarap nyo ngayon ang pagiging isang guro. Sa pag-abot ng pangarap, hindi sapat na gusto mo lang yung hukumin mo. Dapat nandoon yung pagmamahal. Kaya kapag sinabi ng jowa nyo na gusto lang kayo, kabahan kayo kasi may mahal yan, diba? Dapat nandoon yung tinatawag na passion. Wow. Ano sa tawag ng passion? Hindi ko rin alam.
Wicked ka, Bendong.
Okay na yung sa mga committee, yung nag-organize, neto na stage director. Napakaganda po yung ginawa ninyo presentasyon para sa seminar nito. Simulan na natin ang ating talakayan.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time that I didn't post another video, but now I'm back. And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe if you want. If you don't want, it's okay. Okay, so before we start, let me just say, whoever, whatever, wherever you are, be reminded that you are awesome. For today's video, I'm gonna share of my traditional way in improving my English communication skills. By the way, for those of you who are bothering every time that I have my video, I am not looking at you eye to eye. But in fact, now I am looking sa sarili ko eye to eye because the camera is there. Kapag nakatingin ako sa camera, hindi naman ako ang layo na, nakatingala na ako because my cell phone cannot able to record a video, so I am using my computer's camera and malayo yung camera, so I'm sorry if it's not comfortable to watch. But anyway, the message is more than important than wala lang. Okay, so let's start our video for today. And disclaimer, I am not yet fluent, but I'm still wanna share this because again, this channel is for beginners. Ngayon, madami pa akong mali-maling grammar, but what is important is we are always willing to learn. Okay? And Okay, when a lot of people, those fluent speakers, or when you will search on YouTube, on Google, on how are you going to improve your communication, English communication skills, usually their suggestions would be number one, you have to read books. And that is really true. And my English teachers would always say na you really have to read books, and totoo naman talaga, when you have to read books, ang dami mong matututunan. Okay, but when I was a kid, I don't read books. I do read Bible. Bible, but hindi siya everyday. Pag naalala lang ganun. When I was a kid. But now I always do it every day. And then also yung binabasa ko lang yung mga storybook, yung mga alamat-alamat. Pero yung mga storybook na yun, yung mga project din namin yun. Yun yung binabasa ko. So, kaya mahilig ako sa kwento, yung mga alamat-alamat ganun. Pero yung mga, as in, basa talaga na yung mabait na estudyante, I don't do that. Because I don't have books. Okay? And second is, you have to, what do you call this? Watch English movies. And again, we don't have a TV, so how can I watch? Okay? And the third one is listen to English musics. Okay, we don't have a cell phone, so because we live in the province, and then we don't have an electricity when I was a kid. So I don't really have an access to those important materials that the fluent speakers usually suggest now for us to improve our English communication skills. Well, we have a radio, but yung radio namin is yung battery, the battery, minsan walang battery. So, hindi rin ako nakakarinig. And then, besides, hindi dun walang meron naman sigurong educational, pero ang alam ng lola ko na channel dun ay yung mga drama-drama, tapos yung minsan merong mga old songs. Kaya nga, okay, that is the number one also. My number one way of learning is that even I don't watch movies, I don't read books, I do read pero yung mga short stories lang, ganon, hindi talaga yung mga fundamentals. And number one is I listen. Okay. As what I've said, my lola, she wasn't able to graduate in elementary, but she's able to speak in English because, diba, way back, we were colonized by mga banyaga, and that's why they are able to speak in English. Pero hindi naman siya palagi nag-i-English kasi hindi rin kami magkakaintindihan palagi kami nag-i-English. Sometimes lang, and then, she really loves to sing. Tapos yung mga kanta niya, mga lumang kanta, pero mga English songs. That's why I was introduced in that language. And then also sa school, okay, syempre, tinuturo yan. And then, naalala ko dati kapag pag nagbabasa ako, sabi ng teacher, ang bilis ko daw magbasa. Kaya lang, tuloy-tuloy. Hindi ako marunong ng mga period, mga punctuation marks, ganon. So, mabilis ako magbasa, pero, walang hinto-hinto. Tuloy-tuloy talaga yan. Okay, anyway. So, that is the first one. I listen. And that is really effective when you communicate with other people, when you interact with them. Don't be afraid if they are too high, if they are too professional for you to converse with. Because, and if you didn't understand, because hindi natin maiwasan yun, sometimes talaga kung masyado silang mataas, and then, they've been using the English language for a long time, so maybe they know a lot of vocabularies, or the vocabularies are too deep for you to understand, then don't be shy to ask if you didn't understand. And ako, ginagawa ko kapag face-to-face na kinakausap, sometimes I try to understand it, kung paano niya yung ginamit sa context. Pero sometimes, hindi ko talaga siya maintindihan. So, kaya tinatanong, ano po ba yung ibig sabihin nun? So, yun. And then, if it is through chat, so, hindi ko na tinatanong kasi may Google naman. So, ginugoogle ko na lang kung ano yung ibig sabihin nun. And then, naghanap, hindi lang yun dahil sa conversation na yun, but ginugoogle ko or inaalam ko yung meaning na yun kasi madadagdag na yun sa mga kaalaman ko. That's how I learn. I am not an analytical learner. I am a global learner. I am not after about the grammar. Kung napapansin nyo, mali-mali pa yung grammar ko. But, as what I've said, I'm not yet a fluent speaker. For now, I have a lot of mistakes. Meron akong mga mali-maling grammar, madami. But what is important is we are always open to learn. And of course, we are doing something so that we will continuously improve. And learning is a lifespan. And the more that you interact with other people, the more you communicate, the more you practice it, that is already the process of learning. But again, that is just my perspective. I'm sorry if hindi nagmamatch yung opinion natin. And feel free to comment down below and I'll be glad to hear your opinion and learn from it. Okay? So, again, the first one, the most important is to listen. And even if you are not the one who is interacting with other people, when you are in that environment and then may mga tao na nag-uusap, minsan pala maganda din pala yung pagiging chismosa, pero hindi naman yung chismosa na basta chismosa positive na chismosa. May ganun ba? Anyway, wag niyong okay. Kasi that's also one thing that I am doing kapag may naririnig ako nag-uusap and then they are talking and then minsan nakaka-relate naman ako sa pinag-uusapan nila and then may naririnig ako na bagong vocabulary, tinatandaan ko yun and then the next time, hindi ko naman sinasadya pero ginagamit ko na yung vocabulary na yun. Yun na yung dagdag na yun sa kaalaman ko and then palagi ko na siyang ginagamit. Kasi kapag palagi mong ginagamit, yun na yung magiging comfortable ka na gamitin. Kasi nabasa ko dito, ngayon lang ako nagbabasa, nabasa ko dito, ito yung, where is it? Okay, this book, I just borrowed this, Fundamentals of Speech Communication. Ang ganda nito, pero hindi pa siya natatapos hanggang ngayon. Okay, ang sabi dito, kapag you are delivering a speech or when you are speaking, don't try to impress. Don't speak to impress. Speak to express. Because kapag beginners pa lang tayo, sometimes na-overwhelmed tayo sa mga bagong vocabulary na nalalaman natin and then minsan nagagamit natin siya hindi pala appropriate doon sa context. It's okay to use basic vocabularies as long as you are delivering the right message. Okay? Okay, it's okay. For those beginners, of course, it is more than okay if you know a lot of vocabularies. But if you are just a beginner, don't be shy to speak using those basic vocabularies kasi, you will never learn unless you try it. And the more you practice, the more that you will learn. Okay, don't mind if there's a lot of people that will correct you, mali yung grammar, the way you deliver your diction is not, don't mind them. Because, yes, you have to listen, but sometimes, you have to weigh kung saan, ano talaga yung papakinggan mo. There are comments that are good, there are also comments that are not good, and that will drag you down if you will let them to drag you. Be mindful for the people that you will be listening to. Okay? So, anyway, let's have number 2. Number 2 is observe. Because, in speaking, it is not just about delivering the statement. Oh, I know a lot, so I'm comfortable. No, it's not. It is not about how many vocabularies you know or how smart you are. It talks about connection. Because you really need to have a connection to the person that you are having a conversation with, because it is a conversation. So I think the receiver will not able to receive the message if you are only considering yourself. One is to practice. I usually do this when I talk to myself, when I meditate. I tried to use those vocabularies and then unconsciously nagagamit ko na din siya when I am interacting to other people. Nagawa ko muna siya yung sarili ko, yun yung testing process. So, this is how I improve my English communication skills. It's about listening, observing, and practicing. Mainly, it's about listening, but we have to be careful of who and what we are listening. And I think we are already old enough to filter kung ano ba yung makakatulong sa atin. Of course, hindi naman palaging seryoso, 'di ba? Sometimes we have to be crazy, but we have to set limitations. For to my fellow aspirants, don't be shy to communicate to those fluent speakers or to those professional people who has more experience to us. Always just put in mind that when you speak to them, yes, we have to respect them, but there's no reason at all for us to be shy at them. In fact, grateful to have that opportunity because usually, 'di ba, nakakarinig, napaparinggan, ano ba, naririnig lang natin sila through our cell phones, our gadgets. Yung eto kasi sa atin, yung iba naman kasi marunong talaga, but the thing is they are shy. They are too shy. You know, every one of us are just human and no one started on the top. And how are you going to reach the top if you will not begin? Now is the perfect time to begin and stop being shy. I think one of the things to overcome shyness is to be proud of who and what you are. Because whatever it is we wanted to achieve in life, our greatest investment is no other than ourselves. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.